Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Ellis the Elephant here at the Elephant's Corner. This week, I'm really excited. I have Blockhead on the show. We're going to talk about his satire writing on Twitter, basically his journey through crypto, the insides and outs that he's seen from being like inside of some of the bigger companies. And yeah, have a lot of fun. So let's get to it. What's up, Blockhead? How you doing?
What's up, Ellis? How are you?
Can't complain, dude. Can't complain. Everything good on your end? How was the drive into the studio?
You know, it was good. It's nice to be outside the city. We were talking about how I lived in LA. I don't really miss the city and all the traffic and whatnot. But yeah, can't stay out there too long or else you turn into hills have eyes people. You go crazy, but yeah.
No, I feel that, bro. I feel that. I actually never been to LA. We'll go soon, or maybe not, because like it doesn't even interest me anymore.
Sure.
Unless there's like a job or like some kind of money making opportunity there that makes sense. I said we have Blockhead here. We also have Ferguson, the dog that I am taking care of.
Yeah.
So he's chilling in the shot. He's very clingy. So he does not want to sit in the other room while we record this. He will start barking. So he'll enjoy the show here. Y'all enjoy Ferguson with Blockhead. This is not Blockhead's dog.
No. Okay. Well,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, so we just had to put down my dog. Actually, our dog. Me and
Rip, dude. Rest in peace. I had to do that. I lost my dog last year and then lost my cat.
Oh, no.
I had to put my cat down same year, dude. It was brutal, but you know, it's better. You know, they're done. They're done. That was fucked up.
I mean, yeah. It was my first pet. We were talking about it. How I'm a grown ass man, but you know, I found the wifey, etc. She came with a dog, and learned to love the dog. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes, right? And yeah, she big dog, good dog. She was super smart. She was a Doberman, and just all kinds of trouble she would cause. Demon dog. But yeah, I loved her to death.
It's usually the demon ones that you love the most, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Blockhead, like I said, thanks for coming in. We're going to talk about your writing that you do on the timeline, some writing that you've done IRL. I really enjoy your kind of like satire, like it's a mystery, but it's also kind of bold in your face, and it's like kind of making fun of you at the same time. So it's really funny. You want to tell me a little bit about that, about what you're trying to achieve with the account?
It's a good question. No one asked me that enough. I mean, I guess just...
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. All I do is ask good questions,
I believe
bro.
that. I believe that. I've seen a couple episodes.
All I do is ask good questions, so get ready for this shit.
I watched some episodes coming in, I was like, okay, I see you. I mean, it started off just as like things I was writing. Here's the deal, man. I used to have a Facebook, and I was writing normal things to me. They're very normal things to me, just how you feel, just how you're, thinking, how your mind's working. And I'd post them on Facebook, and it was very similar to the Blockhead post, and people would report them for self-harm. They'd be messaging me, bro, you okay? Messaging my friends, all kinds of stuff. I'd delete the Facebook. That was around 2017, right? When I was getting back into crypto. I, started like 2014 from Bitcoin and poker. But yeah, 2017, I was like, okay, let me make an anonymous Twitter. Let me still post the same things. I was posting like your paid group leader, has his girlfriend driving around. So just random stuff, just random kind of goofball stuff. And people would like, pick up on that. And then, yeah, just still post the random things, whatever I want, kind of. It gets me in trouble a little bit, but oh well.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, tweeting what you want usually gets you in trouble because, people don't agree with a lot of the stuff we say.
People will say like, "Oh, bro, you're targeting me." Like I've had, like rich, very soft. I mean, it's like the cliche, just Fabergé skin and ego, where they're like, "Bro, you're talking about me. I'm the rich kid in the Bentley on Sunset Boulevard," and it's like, "Nah, man, you're not." There's a whole lot of them. Whole lot, especially with their parents' Bentley. Not a lot of 20-something-year-olds, like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
those
totally
are the ones that
agree.
get the most mad. And then I'm like, I talk about myself the most aggressively. So, I come at you at like a 5, I come at me at like a 10 or a 15. So, bless you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Every time I see somebody that's young that has a Bentley, I mean, or some kind of big car, I'm like, it's either leased. I mean, if it's not
Yeah.
leased, they're idiots.
Yeah, that's very true.
They are the stupidest people in the world, and they need to get smarter people in their corner. Uh, so if that's you, you should probably look into doing that. But you know, most of y'all can't afford it. It's just parents. So that's funny. So it would be kind of about them, but not like about them. You
I
know?
try and frame it. I mean, there's been a couple times when I target someone, but I'll like quote tweet. I'll take a picture of their tweets. It's usually Hollywood people too. It's almost always Hollywood people, or other writers, other creatives, right? And then I'll just make it like kind of vague. I have something about like any, I talk about a 2020 account who has a Wikipedia dad and 4 of the top influencers get mad at me. It's one of those things where like I frame it so there's a couple people who fit in there. A rich guy who LARPs as a poor trader, a podcaster, a neurotic founder.
Nice.
Whatever.
Yeah, dude.
A guy who's been
That's
around
funny.
since 2014 who should have a fuck ton of Bitcoin but doesn't.
A guy who's been around for a while and not around anymore. If you get my
there's
drift.
a lot of those. There's a lot of those too.
Yeah,
when the friend from the group chat just stops typing one day,
Yeah,
stuff like
he
that.
either offed himself or made it and didn't drop the contract. So, it'd be like that sometimes. It really be like that. Oh, you're back, Ferguson? Welcome back to the show.
There's nothing else going on.
Huh?
I said there's nothing else going on here.
Nah. So, yeah, I mean, the account's funny. What made you choose the picture of Charlie Brown?
Man, I saw people were talking about blockchain, block this, block that. I was like, okay, oh, you blockhead, like Lucy saying that in Peanuts. And I was like, yeah, let's just go with that. Let's go with that. It doesn't mean nothing. And then here we are, 7 years later. Okay. I don't know if I want to say I wish I'd spent more time thinking about it, but it works.
Yeah, no doubt. You said you cut back on your tweeting. I mean, I assume just IRL stuff getting in the way, like you're actually like growing like in other ways other than just tweeting.
Down.
So, whenever you were blowing up on your account and you were like, getting past that threshold of 10K, going towards 20 and stuff, what do you think like pushed you to like those mile markers and got you over them? Just like how different your posts were or what?
I mean, yeah, I'm a big proponent of a meritocracy and like, I mean, probably not, maybe not, maybe just ego where like if I were to start fresh, I think I could get maybe not the same amount of followers, but a good amount. I mean, I just have like a distinct voice or the writing's strong, right? The trading, it wouldn't be posting charts. It wouldn't be posting sentiment. It'd be posting writing. It'd be, replying to people, contributing to the conversation. I don't do that anymore. I got other projects. I'm settling down. I don't, people joke there's like an inverse correlation between how happy you are and how your tweets are. I don't know as a writer if you're ever like super happy, but I'm not as
happy with your work or just happy in general.
Happy in general. I was gonna say like I'm not as angsty as I was, and so the tweets don't hit as hard. If I wake up with the demons every day, but I'm able to channel that into Microsoft Word, into Final Draft, the screenwriting software, into the book writing software, not Twitter, not my wall or my trading account, or stake account or whatever. So yeah, it's a growth lesson, but it's also unfortunately, tweets go down, not in frequency, in quality, maybe a little bit, but I've been posting longer stuff. I mean,
longer format.
Yeah. I posted some long thing about a sports bettor talking to the devil or something, but at the end of the day, it's just Twitter. It's just they're shit posts. They're nothing more.
Yeah. Just shit posts. That's where you win at.
And that's the thing is like as a writer, like no shit,
fun.
my shit posts are gonna be better than you sitting down and writing an essay. That's how it goes, bro. That's how it's supposed to go. If you are, Manny Machado shows up and he's just hitting some BP, he's gonna be hitting home runs. I'm, trying with all my might, probably can't even hit out of the infield. So what are we doing here?
Okay, I know you're a big baseball guy, so I know this because whenever me and Blockhead met, we were at like this little party and literally they talked for baseball for like an hour and a half and it was nauseating, dude. Like I had to go outside. I was like, these guys are way too into baseball.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm just normal. But when I'm like, oh, I might be mentally ill, if I'll watch any baseball game. When I go home, I'm throwing on, man, it could be the Angels playing, you know, the White Sox. It could be, I think the Dodgers have a series right now against the Cubs, maybe. And I'll throw that on and watch it. It doesn't matter. Not because I'm a Dodgers fan. I hate Dodger fans. The Dodgers organization, I don't know about that. But I love Shohei Ohtani. Big
Yeah,
Shohei fan.
that guy hits bombs.
Yeah.
He hits bombs, dude.
And he steals bases. 50-50 season. I think the first one he's going to get it.
I don't even know what that means, but yeah, dude, I
50
assume
stolen
he's
bases,
getting
50 home
50.
runs.
Oh, okay. I was thinking he was 50-50 on his stolen bases.
Yeah. Oh, no. 50 stolen bases, 50 home runs. No one hits for power and runs for speed like that. He's just
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he's also a starting pitcher. It's crazy. But
and he pitches, which is insane.
Yeah. But I love baseball to that extent. Like, I'll watch any game. It doesn't matter. The sport of baseball is great. It's the only sport where, you know, you can't run out the clock.
It's magic.
You can't run out the clock. You can't, you know, hold the ball or be clever with it. You give the other guy his at-bats, and you got to strike him out, and that's it. Or you got to get him out, right? And you got to give the other guy his chance.
That's true.
And there's something fair about baseball to that sense. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it's like a lot of neurotics like baseball, a lot of writers like baseball. You can watch and just be interior with it and create your own drama. Because it's not as dynamic. People will be like, I don't know how you can watch a game, bro. I'll just fall asleep. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm in my own head anyway. So.
Yeah, you're like kind of watching it, but also making up your own
I'm
script.
thinking about that guy in the minor leagues and what his come up story is, and like, oh, he has a whole, you know, family back home wherever, like rooting for him, and you know, wait, is he in a slump? This and that, you know. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's cool. So, do you think baseball has helped you with writing?
I mean. Yes.
Which would be like a weird like play into it. But,
I mean,
you know.
well, no, you hit the nail on the head. Or you didn't know it. I mean, what can I talk about? Where my mentor at film school wrote Moneyball, and it's not Aaron Sorkin. I mean, it doesn't matter, but he like
it's not Aaron Sorkin, but it's Aaron Sorkin. You watch Entourage?
Yeah, I love Entourage.
I like that episode with Aaron Sorkin. That show was funny. That's whenever they were doing the Pablo Escobar shit, huh?
Oh, sure,
They paid him just to fly out there and then fly back.
Oh, yeah.
Because that dude was crazy
that
as fuck.
Shit's real. Script doctoring and whatnot. You just... In LA, before... We were talking about, like, I got really lucky, got a deal to adapt a script, and that was, like, life-changing. But before that, like, between film school and just, you know, the struggle or whatever... this random woman I got put in touch with, she had wrote a script. She was just some rich guy's wife, just living, you know, in her house in the hills. And she's like, I wrote a script. You need to essentially fix the language, like Americanize it kind of, and fix the punctuation. And that's it. She's like, don't change a freaking, don't change a fucking word. Don't change anything. Don't fix it. Just update the grammar and I'll give you $3,500. It was like 6-7 years ago or something. But
damn, why don't...
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially Sorkin.
Did you keep doing that?
No,
because that sounds like a gig, huh?
Yeah,
I mean that's pretty nice. $3,500 just to rewrite it and fix the grammar. Throw that bitch in autocorrect.
Of course.
I mean, what you mean?
No,
Chat GBT now?
100%.
Throw that shit in there, boy. Chat GBT, make this more emotional with a little bit of less.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. She doesn't want to change it.
Want to
you just have to go and like change the tenses. Which like anyone could do that.
Anyone could do that.
Could do that.
Yeah.
Why do I need to? You know, and then you start.
I don't think I would be able to do that.
You start spiraling a little bit. This and that.
There ain't no way I'd be able to go through there and get it all right.
I mean, I would script doctor things now. I get sent like asked notes from like friends working in the industry, but not like for pay. It's more of like a crime of opportunity. Am I in the room when they're like, oh, we need someone to edit this? Oh, here's 100 acts. Go edit it because anyone can do it, et cetera, et cetera.
That's interesting. Okay. I mean, that's very cool. Yeah, I mean, I always figured that there was that kind of career and that kind of thing going on. But let's get back to the topic that was at hand, which was I was asking you how baseball affected your writing.
So, yeah, Moneyball.
Oh, that's how we segued to freaking wherever we just went. Okay.
Yeah. The guy who broke Moneyball taught me how to sort of like write features, and I wrote a script. That guy, I mean, it won some awards, won me some money when I needed it, graduating film school. And I'm always sort of trying to pursue, if not that script, a baseball movie. I think we need a baseball movie.
Like Homeboy. I cannot believe that I'm forgetting his name.
The rookie, Sandlot.
No, Bernie Mac, dog. That Bernie Mac.
Mr. 3000.
Mr. 3000, sure. Bro. That movie was off the hook,
yeah, like
bro. Shout out you, Bernie Mac.
Something like that.
Dude. Oh.
I pitched it as...
Are you still into, like, the film and all that and writing scripts and doing all that?
I mean, a little bit. After the strike, things got kind of thin.
Because next Wednesday, I'm going to the... basically like a filmmaker / like actor shit, like happy hour. So if you're still in town, you can
I'll probably go.
You can pull up.
Next,
I think it's at it's down here, like around here.
I'll probably go something like that. I hated LA. I hated interacting in LA, especially like my story about the fucked up parents in Vegas and coming from nothing and all the craziness.
Yep.
Going to LA where it's a lot of those kids in their parents' Bentleys on Sunset Boulevard. That didn't sit well with me. I didn't mesh well with that.
Yeah, no, that sounds absolutely miserable to me.
And so I like self-exclude from that. I think that the industry is going through a sort of we'll call it a deep change where the studios are going to lose money. Apple, Amazon, all of them use, TV and film as a loss leader, but it's just not worth it anymore. I think
people do not go to movies.
No, not at all.
I mean, unless it's like a huge blockbuster, people ain't going to movies.
I don't know what it looks like, but at the very least, it'll be independent financing. I don't know if that's on the blockchain and having to do all that. I'm a big proponent of not everything needs to be if it doesn't need to be, if it doesn't, benefit from privacy and trustless, but
blase.
Yeah, but it'll be independent financing. It'll be more like Paradigm than Netflix writing the checks, I think, for the culture, right, on some level. And it'll be more select, bespoke, maybe independent stuff.
That's cool. No. So,
but yeah, I'm still actively working on things. I have the baseball project. I have a couple.
Oh, so you're already working on that?
I mean, I have the script. I have a script written. I think it needs to be redone in a more nice fashion, like Pursuit of Happiness. Right now, it's more like it's just a very aggressive, like, fuck you, I'm the best type story. And it's like clear I wrote that in film school, in a certain mindset. And like, okay, I need to make it more for Disney in a way. Not for Disney, but accessible.
Yeah, because you need the kids going nowadays.
I need people to be willing to work for a year and a half on a passion project in a field in Texas, and not think that they're making a story about an asshole, and think that it's worth it. I think you can. Yeah, that makes sense.
I might have a couple of people for you.
To
be honest with you, and I think that you could grab a couple of people from these. So. From these events that I go to.
Now, here's the deal. I need to finish a couple other projects. I have a full-time job, right, as well, that, like, it's for a close friend that if it wasn't for a close friend, I wouldn't care as much maybe, but because it is, I can't ever, like, divert any resource from that. But I'm always thinking about it, yeah. And I don't want to, take half swings at things.
No, that makes total sense. You have to have.
So it'd be good time. To, meet. I'll probably go with you next week and like, meet these people, but it won't be like, hey, da, da, da. I mean, you never know.
Well, yeah, you don't have to pitch them on them first.
Exactly.
It's where I went and got my first podcast client.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's good little mingling.
And it'll be good to meet people like out here. I mostly know just crypto people.
Yeah, and that's miserable.
It is, and I know, and all the industry people I know.
Especially now the market's down, bro.
Well, yeah,
shit.
Then you don't. Well,
I'm normal, dude. You can hang out with me.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I'm a crypto bro, but shout out Consensus.
Yeah.
They threw a great event here in Dallas 2 weeks ago. Shout out to them. Shout out to Matthew LaRosa. He put it on, doing great work down here. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. To support them, even though they don't really fucking need support because they're huge.
They got a lot of money, man.
They don't need no help. Consensus, hit me up.
Joe got a lot of money.
Hit me up.
You want me to write the Ethereum movie, man?
Hey Joe, if you want Blockhead to write the Ethereum movie,
Let me know.
we can work on something. ELE Studios has cameras. We can start rolling on this bad boy.
But more than, like, oh, the payday, like, talent gets you paid. I know I'm a good writer. Like, I'll find the bag. Like, I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned more about, like, the culture is gonna get perverted. We need to make sure we tell the TV show, the movie about crypto, and not the documentary. There's a couple documentaries. There's always documentaries, but no one gives a shit. I mean,
ain't nobody watching that shit.
Insert it in the culture. Because right now it's like, oh, I have like some cache of hacked whatever the fuck. Oh, well, here's $10 million in Bitcoin and here's a ledger. Like, there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of like rich lore culture in it. Hopefully we can tell it and not have it told about us, but we'll see.
Totally agree, dude. I mean, people still think that like it's just for money laundering and shit like that. And I'm like, I mean, you can follow these transactions. Like, yeah, you can send it through like Tornado Cash, blase, but
you can't get transaction through nowadays.
Yeah. Like
your wallet will get, denied at front end, which most people are, like, yeah, for the retail access, like, no, it's
ain't nobody fucking offboarding.
No.
100 BTC without getting looked at.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
And it's going to be easy to find you. So if you try to get my Bitcoin, I will find you and I will kill you. That's decentralization.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to lay down the rules. Other ways,
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about shit. What did I say at the beginning that we were going to talk about?
Blockhead,
we were talking about the
writing.
Oh, I wanted to jump to like your crypto. You started in 2014. You were telling me like cool stuff that you like, were engaged in early on and helped out and all that. Like, I wanted to know a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So started in 2014 with Bitcoin and poker. In 20.
Oh, poker. Okay. So poker. So you were successful at gambling at poker in 2014?
I was successful.
Like you were like relatively younger whenever you started playing poker? Like,
yeah, in 2008 when I was
2008.
18. When I was 18.
So you started playing straight whenever
really
you were 18.
I started playing when I was in 2004, when I was 14.
Oh, yeah, like just online bullshit and like with friends.
With friends in the English class, online,
This man said in English class, bro. That's hilarious. Like with your teacher?
No, but we were, like the funny kids or the kids who played poker in the back of class. So she kind of let us, sit together and not have to pay attention as much, or that we didn't pay attention as much was acceptable.
That's fun.
Something like that. But yeah, shout out Miss Jankowski.
Shout out to you for letting people learn poker skills early on, because it helps with math.
It does. I mean, it helps with life, with reading people, with telling stories, sitting and thinking about someone else's lived life and their interiority, and every moment sort of that they live. You're doing that in poker, and you're calling that, getting your reads. Well, what if I told you if you built a story to it, you could work in Hollywood? And that's essentially being a writer. And so I was able to take my poker skills, which that's the only thing I'm good at in poker. The hand shit and the GTO and the math, man. I don't care. I don't care about numbers. Why would I care?
You just bluff the person or you fold it. They got it.
Something like that.
Or you got something good and then you go in. You know what I
try and memorize the charts. I try, shout out Mike Brady and Upswing Poker. Like, I mean, Mike Brady is one of my closest friends. He's a minor poker celebrity, and like Doug Polk and all them. They're like, bigger poker names. They're geniuses. My close friends are some of the best poker players in the world, and they're good enough so that I kind of knew, oh, I'm not in this level. Me. This is not me. Learn the same thing in law. Learn the same thing in crypto. And then writing, I was like, okay, here we go. I'm not saying that, but I think I have the trajectory, like the ability to, put myself up there versus poker and all the other stuff. No shot. I see what the difference between the best and really good is. And I sort of just like felt around until I found that kind of closer for myself. And I was like, that's what I want to do.
Okay, and then you found that in writing. Okay, so 2014.
I was lucky to find it. I was very blessed and lucky to find it with writing. I'm better at writing about poker than I ever was playing it, and it took being close to to great people in their respective fields before I was like, okay, I'm it took being close that once I saw it, I knew to pursue it. And I'm lucky that it's writing that I can apply it to other parts of life. Because with poker, you can't.
Okay, that's amazing. So in 2014, what was your experience like getting the Bitcoin to play poker and stuff like that?
Oh, Coinbase, Coinbase.com.
Okay,
I was
so
an early Coinbase user, and
yeah.
unfortunately, at some point in like 2017, I made a transaction directly from Bodog.com to Coinbase.com, and that was it for me. And they hard ban you with a one sort of infraction policy, which I understand completely.
Wait, Coinbase banned you?
Oh yeah, and I was like banned from ever touch. And like I've met Brian, you know, like no, I'm not trying to suck my own dick, but like yeah, Brian's like, oh yeah, man, big fan of the account. What am I gonna do? Ask him, hey man, unban me. Go through all these, you know, like
Yeah,
regulations. Like no, it's done. It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's over.
Damn.
So you won a tournament or something like that, and then like
Yeah,
you went to get the money
you know,
out,
yeah.
and then they
yeah. Well, it's my fault. It's my fault.
Damn.
It's my own fault. You know,
You
asking
should've
them
went
to take
USDC
some.
or something.
Well, I should have gone to, you know, a wallet that wasn't owned by Coinbase.com, but so it goes.
Oh yeah. That's probably true.
The wifey has a Coinbase account now. I don't use it at all, but you know, we still support them. They do a lot for the industry, and they've been around since the beginning.
No, definitely Coinbase is fire. That's who I used on and off board. On board and off board. Yeah, I guess that's the way.
But yeah, I was buying Bitcoin on Coinbase. It was playing poker with Bitcoin on Seals with Clubs. Shout out Brian the Icon Mycon. He's an OG poker guy. Now he posts like he literally will go to. He lives in Antigua. And he goes to his daughter's swim meets and will hop on the mic at a swim meet in the middle of the fucking day on like a Sunday and just like read shit posts or like read like updates about like, you know, the BTC economy or something. And it's hilarious. This guy's just living the dream.
That's hilarious. So these people are, wait, is it his swimming place?
No, but he's the only person who can run the computer and the internet. So he can do whatever he wants.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But yeah, playing for like 10 Bitcoin pots on Seals with Clubs.
That's crazy, huh?
In 2014.
That's crazy.
I mean, we didn't know.
No, that's just crazy. It's like, what was it back then? 2014. That's like what?
100 to I think that was like around the Silk Road, like 1,000 to 100 time. So you know, $200.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
that's so fun.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you can't, you know, maybe it's cope, but like you can't look too much into like, oh man, if I had held on, like if I'd held on, I would have sold at 10K. Are you joking? Like what?
Yeah, you think I would have?
I still do today, brother. What do you mean? I still do today. Give me that 10x, I'm out.
Yeah.
Not really, but kind of.
No, for real.
But kind of. Yeah.
No, give me that 3x and I'm out. He can have the 10, bro. I'll just get like 5 3x's.
Pretty much.
And be fine. My stack will be beautiful.
Pretty much.
Like I don't understand these home run hits and shit, but whatever. People get them and they make a lot of money if they sell.
Yeah, it was mostly Bitcoin and a lot of shitty proof of work, you know, scam clones, black coin, white coin. There were country coins and color coins back then. Just nonsense. Just all proof of work nonsense that you just pointed your miner to. Yeah. Pre-ETH ICO. I came back like post-ETH ICO, I think, 2017, yeah.
What do you think about ETH right now?
I think ETH is I only own Bitcoin and ETH. Like, that's not true. That's true. The main things to own, I think, are Bitcoin and ETH. ETH is like the supercomputer. It's ETH. Like, yeah, there's L2s, but like, and like I work for gas. Like, we have 200 plus chains, 232 chains last I checked, I think more. I gotta support L2s, but it's all on ETH. What are we talking about? Layer 0 has one of the best approaches to L2s.
Shout out Layer 0.
Oh, big shout Layer 0.
Huge airdrop for the boys. Shout out Brian.
That too. Brian Pellegrino's I invested, so 2014, what was I doing? Investing in Brian Pellegrino. Actually, that was 2011. Buying a piece of Brian Pellegrino he got like second or third in a WSOP tournament that saved my summer. Brian Pellegrino has been saving my finances for over a decade. So
really?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what do you mean you bought?
So he like, you know, he has a poker background. I don't know if
Okay,
you know
yeah,
that, but
yeah.
he is like a very, very good poker player. Primordial
Oh yeah.
Ace is one of the best was one of the best heads up players, you know, in 2000, I don't know, 2010, 2014, 2006, 2010. I mean, I don't fucking know. But yeah, he was a go.
Okay.
And on, you know, an old site we used 2+2. Big shout out 2+2. All the poker OGs had a 2+2 account. He, you know, you post, oh, I have my summer package. I'm gonna play 500,000 buy-ins. 1% is 5,500. Add a 10% markup. Who's in? You know, it wasn't that big, but something like that. You know, I gave him $1,500. He gave me $5,000 or $6,000 back. So there you go.
Yeah, no, that's a fun way to make money.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, it's very similar. Like, you know, we'd met up at the Rio and I gave him, you know, $1,500 and he, you know, checked my name off the list and he said, "Thanks, man." And that was it. And then afterwards I DM'd him and we met up and we could have done the whole thing in crypto if it had existed or if we knew about it. Yeah, that was it.
2011.
I think so.
Damn, so it's funny how you like
I've been on the internet for a long time, man.
yeah,
I'm
like
old.
you continued with these
I'm real old.
same individuals though.
I'd say it's
like,
funny how the same
Brian
individuals
went to NFTs and all that.
yeah,
as well.
it's funny how the same individuals stay on, I don't know if you want to say the margins, the fringes, the bleeding edge, you know, of where to make money, of culture, of, you know, finance. Because a lot of finance guys, you know, what's his name? Jason Straza, he comes from poker. A lot of guys in crypto today, Jason Less, he owns one of the biggest Bitcoin mines. Oh, what's it called? But he owns one of the biggest Bitcoin mines. It's in Texas actually, and he was an OG poker guy, friends with Doug Bulk. It's pretty crazy, yeah, the overlap. A lot of poker.
Yeah, I knew that a lot of people from poker because of how much money you were doing whenever Bitcoin came around. It was perfect for that.
Yeah, I mean, you joke that there's 2.5 ways people got in. There's really 3 ways people got into crypto. One's gambling, and the other's drugs. The drug guys were here before us, and the other is, you know, a very bad, very dark thing that people still do, unfortunately, and pretty perverted. But it's out there.
Yep.
Definitely don't want to talk about that. But yeah, that's
Cut it.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that's generally the OGs, yeah, somehow associated with that, unless you are literally like Nick Szabo and you're a genius super crypto quant or something inventing things, then yeah, you know, good for you. Otherwise, it's probably one of those 3, you know, ways in.
Okay. Hell yeah. So gambling, 2014. Then what did you do in 2017? Or what did you do? I mean,
let's see.
Did the gambling land you a job at a company?
Yeah. I met a friend. Shout out Jen. She worked at I won't say the name, but it's the #1 portfolio tracker in 2017. In 2018, I started there. It was my first taste like startup life. Got paid $50,000, which is like not enough to go from like in LA. LA, where we want to talk about like the crazy trajectory. I wasn't making enough really to cover rent, like just barely. This was also coming out of, so what it was, 2 years prior to that, I was at the grocery store in Italy, in like Century City or whatever, West Hollywood, just serving, you know, with my film school degree and everyone, you know, like being a fan, kind of serving like agents hot sandwiches, start working at the portfolio tracker, still not making enough. Over the course of those 2 years, I would borrow like, essentially became $30K over 3 or 4 years from a very successful poker friend, just to live, just to like, hey man, can I get $200 at the end of the week because I can't fucking pay my bills, even though I'm working 38 hours a week at the grocery store, taking the bus each way. Like I can't,
and
I don't know how. I don't know how else to, and he saw it, and that's, to, you know.
Shout out to you.
Shout out Gabe. Yeah, shout out Gabe. Without Gabe, I would not be here. And it was literally in, you know, that was 2 years out of the, you know, fancy film school, and it was sort of that bet, right? I would keep looking back like, okay, this is one of my most successful gambling friends. He is betting 5 figures on me. Clearly he sees something. Clearly he sees some kind of advantage that I don't. maybe in my darkest times, that like, you know, I don't believe in, or I'm not gonna make it. Well, he believes that, he thinks that, and he's sharper than me at the money shit. So let's go with him. So let's keep working.
Hell yeah.
And then yeah, so fast forward, I'm working at the portfolio tracker, got all kinds of funny, hilarious, crazy stories there. Just standard startup stuff. Let me think what I can tell. I'll think of something. Just, you know, everyone be playing ping pong. Meanwhile, the servers are melting down. The tracker app does not work. App is not working. But the one guy, the genius Quan, is like with his 3 screens, like fixing it. Everyone just laughing, playing ping pong still in the snack room or whatever. Just
Yeah, like only one person really gives a shit.
right, like kind of goofball stuff like that. But you know, people cared. They worked hard. They showed up, etc. That kind of melted down. I was still in LA, kind of working these one-off jobs, $3,500 to edit a script, getting an airdrop. This is when I'm like still kind of borrowing from a friend, getting like I don't even remember, the DYDX airdrop, like the Uniswap airdrop, like OG 2018 kind of.
Uniswap like, paid, son.
Uniswap paid. That's what I'm saying, $1,000, and that's like boom. Okay, that's bills for a month in LA. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? What's the next? You know, how are we gonna move? The entire time tweeting a little bit, you know, just wake up angsty because I'm broke as fuck.
On the edge, bro. Not $10.
Not recognized, mostly because I'm not recognizing myself and any talent in myself, or, you know, give myself the opportunity to, you know, see that. And just grinding it out. And then, let's see, a lot of things happen fast. I get on the Blackjack team. I meet Tom Kaiser.
So you get on a Blackjack team. Explain that to me, because I don't really know what you mean by that. I guess y'all go in and whoever wins the most at the table like moves on.
So this was a friend from high school, or from middle school. Like an old school friend. This is like separate from anyone I've mentioned yet. And he was like, "Hey man, I'm on this team. I met this guy, this and that." It's essentially the same team from the movie 21. And like that whole sort of, you know, lineage.
So y'all were reading cards?
So you're counting cards. You're counting cards.
Counting, not reading. That's what I meant.
It's high-low, like +1, -1, +1, -1. You know, you get a big old count. You're like, okay, I'm gonna bet more money, right? All the low cards are gone. It's just big cards left, right? You know, like spread out over 6 decks and blah 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 blah. Okay, it's time to bet money. But yeah, that was, I mean, a couple years. I don't want to say lucky, but COVID split that up. And then around COVID-ish, through Tom, I got very lucky through this, this successful tech guy wanted an adaptation of his favorite book, and I was, you know, right place, right time kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, that was the first big check. And with that, right, the same poker friend who I was borrowing, I think it was like 35 grand over the course of like 3 or 4 years, paid him back one fell swoop. Bought a car, just like, you know, a kind of daily driver, and then set aside some for taxes. And like, that's it, man. Like, that's, you know, it wasn't like a quadrillion dollars, but it was enough.
Yeah, because clearing that debt is
well, and then
probably
on top
felt
of that,
amazing.
Yes, it was. I mean, when
such a big
lift
off your shoulders,
and not to, you know, start like self-lore and self-mythologizing. I was at some fancy hotel. I'd just gotten, what airdrop was it? Some airdrop for like $2,000. My apartment, I had been, it's just an absurd story. I hadn't been paying rent because I couldn't afford to, and it was COVID, and I'd been waiting essentially the entire time, or most of the time, for the one check. It was like a pretty large sum that I just like hadn't, you know, it was like, oh, California covers the rent, whatever, you don't got to pay for a year.
Oh, yeah.
And it was slummy, man. It was bad. No one in the building was paying rent, and so no maintenance is getting done. People are screaming at each other. It's an old sort of artist building where
the water started going out and shit.
Well, it's where people move when they're like fresh to LA, and I'd been there like 3 or 4 years, and it's, you know, like I was in like a glorified studio apartment. It's people, you know, who are just like crammed into studios, who, you know, the 47-year-old punk rocker who just never made it.
Damn.
A lot of never made it. It's a lot of people on the way up, a lot of people on the way down. And yeah, it was a rough spot. And then with that money, I essentially could have paid all that back and started zero, or said, yeah, I'm going to let the COVID bill relief, well, I don't fucking know, man. And then moved into a new spot, was there for a couple years, working at, you know, gas and working different jobs and et cetera, et cetera. And then finally I moved out here, reconnected with my mother after after getting this check, this big check, it sort of not just helped me like financially, but mentally, it gave validation. Because now not just Gabe, but this, successful guy, like other people started believing in my writing and very sort of.
And what they did was they got basically exactly what that woman did with the script for you to do that to his book, but a little bit more.
It was a little different.
Okay.
He, is a very popular book, and he was like, "Yo, I want this into a TV show." I was like, "Okay," and then I turned it into a TV show. There were other people who tried this, other people he went to.
Wait, the TV show's out?
No. It ended up not.
It didn't make it
for one reason or another. Yeah, go figure. It turns out, and here's where it's cuts both ways. Not a lot of things get made, and also you can spend a long time. You can make a long living never seeing a screen. So when one does make it, you're supposed to like, oh, no one meant for some really shitty thing to be bad. You have to tell yourself, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I want to try and talk more about the good things, but there aren't many good shows out nowadays.
No, shows are weak right now. A lot of just like trash TV.
Yeah. Oh, but before we get on the tangent, I think that catches me up. Adapting the book that covers the and then that sort of validated me, and I'm like, okay, I can. I don't know if I can, but if that's what the reason was, but I started to reconnect with my mom. I hadn't talked to her in like 12 years. People, watching probably are fans. They know the Blockhead lore about my mom being crazy. I sold some of her texts as NFTs.
Did you? You make some money on that shit?
A little bit.
You want to read one of them?
I mean, one was asking.
No, because then, yeah.
Well, no, one's asking.
How do you?
One's asking like, oh, what? I'm asking. I got some pain med for. I think it's like my wisdom teeth out or something like that. And I'm like, what is this? She said, oh, it's a pain med. Why do you have some? She's asking me for some. It was one of the exchanges like that. It's a lot of stuff like that. And take the pain. This was before any of the success, and just I don't have anything, but I see that art is selling, and I ask myself, okay, what are these people taking pictures of? Taking picture of your whatever, but you talk, if it's about an interesting story or trying to make other people feel included and turn your story and add it to others, et cetera, then I can do that. And, why can't these texts be art?
They totally can.
And so that's
they are now.
That's what I've been doing.
People bought them shits.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Are they still
man.
Trading?
No, there's only. So I also saw the tweets.
Can you see how much volume they got?
There's only 2 of the mom texts. It was more of like a 1-of-1 type situation. Just like a rare one-off type. Here's one, here's the other. They sold for like 1 ETH or something. Shout out those guys. This was a while ago. This was like 2018.
The bull market's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was 2018, I think.
People just spend money on just. Oh, 2018 ETH wasn't that much.
No, that's the other thing. And then in 2021, I minted the Good Grease, my tweets. People kept saying, hey, I want a coffee table book, whatever. I said, okay, well, it was Tom's idea. Let's combine it all. If you mint the tweet, I'll delete the tweet, and you get the coffee table book with 250 of them. It took way too long. Years.
Sounds miserable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was.
That sounds like the most miserable and grinding process. Why would you do that to you? That's self-inflicted, dude.
And here's the deal. That's crazy. It's ongoing because I got kicked off OpenSea. Don't get me started with that. All kinds of.
You got kicked off of OpenSea.
Mm-hmm. All kinds of
for being a one-on-one artist.
No, I think it was because of making fun of some of the wrong people, some of the wrong rich kids. It might be something else
on OpenSea.
Yeah, well,
are the tweets?
You go far enough up, someone just says, "Hey, fucking ban this guy." Yeah. You're like, okay. I don't know, or it could be. I've hit them up. I've hit a lot of people up regarding it. I think
OpenSea,
it was something.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
It was something with the
Y'all's
art.
platform sucks anyway. Y'all ain't gonna give us no tokens. So y'all can suck our dicks.
It's not even that big of a deal, but it's still ongoing. I think I sold like 100 of like 250, and so I got the books made. That took 2 years to get the books to where I liked them. I got most of them out. There's still.
And you deleted the tweets.
Oh yeah,
and
I deleted the tweets.
So the book has 250 pages.
Mm-hmm.
All the tweets.
Most of the tweets are still up because they haven't been minted yet. Once they're minted, I delete them.
I like that. That's fun. No, it's like a burn mechanism kind of.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to I got bored, and so I'm making this AI NFT shit, just random, gospel trio, 3 white guys in white tuxedos playing, the guitar, and the caption is, they've got the spirit. Peter and Paul just had Mary. And it's, just a little like kind of Magic the Gathering card with a little caption, little picture, et cetera, with the name. The people who own the
That's
tweets
hilarious.
get those for free, and then like I'm selling those for cheap. Just that like I feel too bad to rug. Essentially, it's like I never wanted to think of myself as a rugger, and so this one sort of project was like the thing, and so anything else pursuant is always kind of linked back to that. And so that's like my one thing.
Yeah, I don't get rugger vibes from you at all, dude. You seem like you would
on the art tip. Where
you would actually rug yourself before you rugged us, to be honest with you.
That's a sick read, Ellis, and you're probably fucking right.
That's actually how I feel from you, definitely.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's a good thing.
No, you're
because then you're trusted.
And it's also, I mean, I get away with, I can smoke and, be a little morose, for certain afternoons, and it's okay because he's not going to rug. He's just a sad artist.
He's just a sad artist making NFTs because, it's hard times out here in the streets in the movie business, bro. Y'all ain't going to no movies. Y'all ain't going on no dates. They don't have drive-in movie theaters no more. Y'all ruined everything. Y'all are closing everything. I don't know what to do, really, at this point.
There's a drive-in theater not far from us. We've been meaning to go.
I know that.
We've been
in Dallas, there actually is one, yeah.
For like a year and a half, and we just
Bro, that new freaking sphere, that small sphere, smaller one that they opened up in Grandscape, like in the Colony. So it's basically the inside of the sphere. They made like a room like that.
No, man, you can't.
They definitely stole the shit.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, but this shit, it looks. Talk about watching a baseball game from home plate.
Sure.
From home plate, dog. Behind home plate, that's gonna look fire. Look, Ferguson, chill, bro. Thank you. So yeah, that's really, man, that's cool. So you didn't really hold any Bitcoin. You didn't. Whenever it was 2014 to 2017, you were like,
to live.
Okay.
I mean, I've been poor every step of the way. Yeah, so it's like, it's sort of like I can't even feel bad about it. It's like, brother, I had $400. To my name, I had 1.1 Bitcoin to my name.
I had to sell.
If I needed $40 to like buy groceries, I was selling 0.04 Bitcoin. It's that fucking or whatever,
it's that simple. I feel it.
I can't really think more about it because there's not much more to think about.
No, I feel that. No, but what I was gonna say is like no, you're good. What I was gonna say is did you see it as like the
always.
Decentralized, like, tech
this
that
is
it
digital
is now?
gold. This is 100% always. I've always kind of held a little bit. I can't say like I never, like a tiny bit, like maybe.
You need 0.01. Yeah. Whenever it goes,
you're right.
Where it's going, right. 0.01.
But
you are fucking chilling.
I think like the world computer Ethereum argument, 100% true. I think Bitcoin digital gold argument, 100% true. It solves like moving large sums of money trustlessly,
without fees.
Yes.
I mean, you got gas transaction fees. Cool, that's paying the nodes and the people that are like actually approving the transactions.
Gun to your head, send $25,000 to a friend, not using Bitcoin. You're fucked. Not using cryptocurrency, rather. Right. You are.
You're gonna send that shit.
The bank's gonna ask you questions. They're gonna freeze your account. Who you send it to? Done. He's not getting the money. He
ain't getting the money.
It's gonna take him days.
That's what me and
we're arguing,
Yeah, that's what me and my last guest were talking about. How he lived in Nicaragua, and they would take fucking $80 of his 200, and now $80 in Nicaragua. That's a fucking month of.
100%.
Like, it's crazy, dude. It's a way to take back power.
Seeing them seize. It was at Black Friday, and the 3 biggest poker sites, and all of our money just be taken away. That was a traumatic event or whatever. I don't keep money on exchanges anymore, and haven't since then, and sort of faded a lot of things because of that. But I mean, I learned my lesson. My best friend, he learned his
the hard way.
Yes, yeah.
I almost learned it the hard way. Yeah, I almost had all of my stuff in FTX.
Sure.
And buddy of mine was just like, dude, why is it on a sex? Like, take that shit on chain. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. I'm not like trading it. I'm not like doing anything like that. It's just sitting there. So I did it, and literally 2 weeks later, fucking FTX blew up.
Yeah, you never realize like, oh yeah, I don't really own it until
Right.
you don't.
They will sell your shit
Oh yeah.
and liquidate it and pay the politicians that need to be paid.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same with the banks. I was up at one of the banks today at one of their big campuses. Huge campus, dude. I wonder where they got all that money to pay for them campuses.
Sure.
20% interest rates.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's our money.
I always believed that it would. It always made sense since I've been playing WoW and WoW Gold, like everything. It's kind of always made sense as something that you can truly own. You truly own all of this, and no one can take it unless they fucking hack your shit completely with the quantum computer.
Or you're a Bored Ape.
Or you're a Bored Ape and you click the link.
And you click the link. Don't click the link, Bored Ape. Y'all made it through a whole cycle now of being rich, and not rich. Now this time, don't hit links and sell. Change your life. Unless you don't need to. I mean, then by all means, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But if you can sell something for $1 million that you bought for 80, or what are they meant for? Like
0.07.
0.07?
Yeah,
that's not even that much money.
God, $200 for that.
Yeah. Damn. You know Eminem and Snoop Dogg? I don't even think that they bought that shit, dude. They got given that shit by MoonPay, didn't they?
Yeah, something. CAA owned a bunch of them through some wallet. Something, I don't remember, but...
That was a big-ass psyop.
Justin Bieber's Bored Ape was not real.
Neither Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like...
And they put that shit on his Twitter, didn't they?
Paris Hilton, all that.
Paris Hilton, bro.
Sus.
Why are we buying shit because of Paris Hilton anyway? She is so 2000. Literally.
She's been an OG.
She's an OG. She's a DJ now. Yeah. So I respect her for that grind. She probably wouldn't be that good of a DJ if she wasn't already Paris Hilton. But because she's Paris Hilton, she's I guess a decent DJ because she books gigs.
Sure.
Paris Hilton. I mean, I'm gonna book her for $70.
Yeah.
Not that much. So you said you're working for some companies. You got some projects. You got anything you want to plug?
I mean, gas.zip. Always gas.zip. It's the #1 bridge. Most chains.
Bridge?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a refill service.
I've honestly never heard of it, so tell me about it.
If you have $50, you want $5 on 10 chains, you can do it all on gas.zip, and it's
in one click?
In one click. Well,
so
you select the chains, obviously.
Yeah.
And then in one click, it sends all, distributes evenly. Easy peasy.
What wallets?
Other bridges. You mean what?
All wallets can... it has its own wallet.
Shout out to Range. Just added a new wallet kit that's every wallet. There's hundreds of wallets. And we have hundreds of chains. We have the most chains by far. It's crazy.
Y'all based in the U.S.?
Or
somewhere else?
I don't know. Good question. I'm just do comms and stuff.
I feel you. I was just curious because, I would not be based in the fucking U.S. if I owned a crypto company.
Well, yeah, sure.
So...
Yeah, no, we're pivoting to some other stuff. They're doing, I have no idea what.
They're doing other stuff. So gas.zip?
Yeah, gas.zip.
Zip. I like that.
Yeah.
I just secured ELE Studios domain. It's going to be elestudios.live.
Sure. There you go. I like that.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a good one. I didn't want to be no boring ass .com and shit.
No. Yeah, no, we're looking
That's for communications.
Yeah.
So that's why,
Mm-hmm. We're looking at the next stage, the next level what we're looking at is the domains now and okay, we probably want to call it this and do this and whatever.
Oh yeah. And that's with gas.zip or is that with something else you're doing?
It's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's brand new. Well, not really brand new, but new as in you haven't even picked the domain name out.
Kinda, yeah.
Nice. Are you gonna pick the domain name out and then be able to launch or what? What are you looking at end of year?
There's some ideas. It's all kind of up in the air right now. What the next move is.
You're not gonna tell me shit about this, are you?
No, not at all.
That's all good.
I have some personal projects.
I just like to ask what's going on. It sounds like you got a lot going on. You're doing We're gonna get you that baseball movie. You can start working on that shit.
Sure.
I do not personally want to be out in the Texas heat, in the middle of a field for a week. So I will not be partaking.
That's fine.
But I might come out for a day.
Yeah. We'll get you in there.
2 hours. I might come out and hang out with you.
We'll get you in there.
You don't even have to beat me in. I've been in movies, dude.
I believe it.
I'm an actor, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You got that
Not
look.
credited, though. But I've been in movies.
You got that look.
I got the set dresser.
Oh, sure.
I done that.
I believe it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was for Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Fuck. I hate Garland, dude.
Sure.
Dude, so that'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to your projects coming out. Maybe have you on to talk more about it whenever it's you can talk about it. That'll be cool. You got big things going on in life.
Working on a book, short stories.
Short stories?
Yeah, more short stories, fictional this time.
Have you thought about doing short films? Have you done any of those?
There's not a lot of. You take them to festivals, and then that's kind of it.
That's all.
Yeah,
because they just did the diff short.
I saw that. I saw
Yeah, so that was fun.
I don't know.
But it seems like a lot of fucking work just to go to like 1 or 2 festivals.
That's the thing is to go to the festival circuit and do all that, and then it's still generally most people do shorts to the end of making a feature, or like this is a proof of concept for a feature, which we could for like the baseball thing, for a lot of things that you make with your hands that you would see from conception all the way to the feature stage. But yeah,
I like that, dude. That's fun. It's been good talking to you.
Yeah, it's been good talking to you, Ellis.
It's been a really good combo. Got to just
shoot the shit.
Got Ferguson here.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all know the deal. ELE Studios, Ellis the Elephant here, the Elephant's Corner. We got more guests coming on. These aren't live podcasts. I'm doing pre-recorded for some and then live for others. I still have my Females in Web 3 series going. This one that's pre-recorded is more like more just like passion and just like getting people on that I think are cool, which I think he's cool. He's a cool guy, interesting, got a lot going on. Obviously, he's been through struggle and also, just lived it, lived life. Maybe not like the best life, but still lived it and powered through. And now he's here. Shitload of things going on in the crypto space.
Yes, sir.
He doesn't tweet a lot now. Sorry, fans. Maybe we'll get him to tweet more.
There's other bigger projects coming, right?
There's bigger
Books,
things.
Other things. Yeah.
Elon's not paying enough for him to tweet.
No,
now, if Elon started paying enough, then...
That's the thing, is I sold the tweets at, half an ETH. That's a lot. So, I don't know that I'm just going to...
You're telling me you sold 100 tweets at half a ETH?
So
you made 50 ETH off those fucking tweets, bro?
I sold a lot for cheaper.
Are you kidding?
I sold a lot for cheaper.
Oh my God.
I pre-sold a lot for cheaper.
I love it. Hey, that's a good fan. That's what you do. You build a fan base. You're not using them as exit liquidity because they were literally buying
still produce things.
Yeah,
a lot of it. And that's the thing is a lot of it went to build the site, build the book.
Dude, you're totally good. I just think that's fucking hilarious. Oh, yeah. You sold 100 tweets at 0.5 a piece.
A little less, but yeah.
A little less.
90,
a little less. After
92.
fees, they paid 0.5.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I meant like 92. I think it was 92 is the exact total.
A little less.
Yeah.
That's fire, dude. I need a fucking creative project, man. Yo, we're going to start ELE. We're doing NFTs of Ferguson. I'm going to dress him up as podcast hosts in different scenes.
There's a Van Gogh quote where something like, I charge not what I'd be worth then. I charge what I would be worth then now. Wheat is always wheat, even if it looks like grass. And so I was like, I don't need to pop up. I don't need to link my real identity with my Blockhead identity and dox all my shit and dox all my success. I know it's good. I know the writing's good. People tell me it's good. It's the best writing on Twitter out there, especially in the crypto space.
Ooh. So tell me this, Blockhead. What is the craziest DM you've received?
Oh, man.
It's not from your mom, though.
No. One guy, I get a lot of fans, a lot of deep
fans.
It's a lot of guys. It's a lot of people who have like messed up past too, who are like, oh man, write one about a guy who did heroin with his fucking ex-girlfriend and then watched her fucking overdose and now he's fucking her best friend and I fucking hate myself for it, bro. Just shit like that.
Well, then fucking quit fucking her best friend, dude.
One guy.
I mean, that's a simple solution to that.
One that sticks with me is he was, you know, and this is why I do it. This is truly why I do it. Like, wake up and write every day. Is he was like, man, I've never seen representation of Reno, where he's from, Reno, Nevada. He's like, I've never seen representation of Reno anywhere in any media, and I see it in your writing. So thank you for that. And he said, I'm gonna pray for you. I hope you pray for me too. And that
are you praying for him?
Of course. And then, I posted about that, and then he reached out again. He's like, "Yeah, man, the prayers worked. I'm doing okay." This and that. So it was
Let's fucking go.
That was
He
like
probably didn't even pray for you, dude. You just manifested that shit yourself, bro. You think he prayed for your ass, bro?
I do think he prayed.
He prayed for you maybe 2 days, dog, and then forgot. Dude.
That's all I need.
Oh, straight up. But we love you.
Yeah.
No, not to be rude, but that's what happened. Life's busy.
Oh yeah. No,
you know, you got 2 sets of prayers in, and then that's pretty much it.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I need. And it's stuff like that. It's those crazy DMs.
That's cool DMs though. That's not really like crazy. I didn't know. I wanted to know about the ones where they were trying to kill you because you talked about their father.
That's like, bro, fuck off, bro, fuck you, bro, you're a piece of shit. That's easy.
They really send you DMs. Oh, like just saying that.
At least a week.
That's
every week.
So lame, bro. Why are y'all in this man's DMs saying that? At least say it on the tweet.
One was like a guy. It's the other ones that are funny though. A guy telling me like, yeah, my parents are actually like forgers or something. And the next morning he's like, haha, I was drunk and just joking. Like, what the fuck, bro? Don't tell. What are you doing?
That's funny as shit.
But yeah, the fuck you were like, you're probably just a little dick fat bitch or something. Like, okay, cool. That's whatever.
All right, everybody. Well,
on that note,
we gonna end it on that quote. Thanks for coming in, Blockhead. This is the Elephant's Corner. Catch us next week. Catch us tomorrow. Catch us whenever we have our next show. We got a comedy show coming out. We got a fitness show coming out. I'm working on a political show coming out to have like basically a dumbass Democrat and a dumbass Republican sit in one room together and then try to decide on ideals that they know absolutely nothing about. So it should be good comedy. So stay tuned. Once again, thank you, Blockhead. Thank you, Ferguson, for being a good boy. And we will see y'all next time. Thank you.